how's it going, everybody? We are making a video here today to show some people how to use Avenza Maps. It's much easier to do a quick little video presentation as it is to try and type it out 8,000 times. So this is going to be on an Apple product. This is an iPad. I have it on an iPad Mini 4. I put it in a RAM mount X grip on the dash of my Honda Talon, or on the handlebars of my regular standard one Can-Am 8 ATV that I have. So you would download the Avenza Maps app, which is right here. Normally you'd go to the App Store here, download, click on that, go through the search option to search for Avenza Maps, and you find it, you download it, it pops up on your screen. And when you open it, this is what you're basically presented with. This is the main screen of Avenza that shows all of your maps that you have downloaded into it. If you want to add a map, you would you can see down here there's a little button called Store. It's a shopping cart, and you start there to search for a map. And now you get here, and there's all sorts of different things in here. You hit the magnifying glass here up at the top, and one of the most common ones is the Black Hills Ranger District MVUM map. So MYSTIC Hills Ranger District MVUM, and you hit the search, and it pops up one little peg here. Touch the information on that, and it shows that that is the MVUM map from the actual Forest Service for that. And we've already got it installed, but I wanted to go through the search option there. The other one that you'd want to search for, there's one for Hell Canyon, Northern Hills Ranger District. There might be a couple more. I can never remember what they are. But if you go on the Forest Service website, it will show what Avenza maps are available. You jot down those names, you come into the Avenza system here, and you search for all those names, and it, with any luck, it should pop up a pin like this of the one that you need, and you can download right from the pin. So you click the information, and if you needed to get it, you would click the install button, but I've already got it installed, so I already have it. But then you'd go through the downloading procedure. Once it's downloaded, you come back down here to the bottom, it says My Maps right there. So there's your maps, and in here we have you can actually download multiple of the same map. So if you want to, like I have in here, Hill City Ride with my dad, and that's all the paths that we had took, and it shows where we went. It shows everywhere what we did and where we went, and photos and the whole nine. If you want to add photos and stuff to it, that's adding photos is a whole nother thing. Just getting to know the maps is kind of the main thing. But we have some Mystic Ranger District maps here, Northern Hills Ranger District. I'm from Minnesota, so I have Pine Center, OHV trails in here, all kinds of different other Minnesota things, but we're talking about South Dakota here. So once you get into the My Maps area and you have your map downloaded, say you're going to Mystic Hills Ranger District or Mystic Ranger District, you click on that map right there, and now you have all of your trail maps here. On mine here, the yellow lines is all the places I've been. You have an option to record your tracks wherever you've been, and you click in the bottom corner down here, and it pops this up, and you want to record GPS tracks, and you'd hit the play button to start it, and it keeps track of speed, distance, how many miles you've ridden, which direction you're going, northeast, southwest, all that stuff. But we're not going to use that right now. Also in this tab here in the bottom corner, the 3 dots in the bottom, you can find by coordinates. That is the deal that you push. You push find by coordinates, and in the search bar up top here, you can type in the individual coordinates that I have sent in that Black Hills ATV UTV Riders Facebook post with the 33 different points of interest for that. If you open up each one of those, it shows GPS coordinates just like this, and you type them in exactly the way that they are in them screenshots. And then when you find one that you want, let's just change this a little bit and see if it works. We'll change that 2 to a 3, and we'll hit search. And yeah, we're basically right on it. So if you change it, if you go zoom around here, it changes the coordinates. Now we're at a different coordinate. And that's how you search for coordinates. And then once you search for the coordinate, it will, or I should say when you type the coordinate in and you hit search, it'll automatically place the map right where that coordinate is. And once that happens, you come over here on this side, and there's a little peg button here in the bottom left corner. You hit the peg button, and it pops this up, and you can choose any colored peg. You can choose different symbols, different colored pegs, ATMs, biking, whatever. First aid, if there's a place you find that has first aid, anything. There's all kinds of titles and tags, and I usually just use colored pins. But you can take a blue pin per se, and you select a blue pin. You can edit what the name is. Let's say it's called Silica Sand Mines. Silica Mines, for conversation's sake here. Return, and you want to submit it when you're all done editing it, and that drops a pin right there. Even though that's not where Silica Mines is, I'm just using this for conversation's sake. But if you want to get rid of that pin, you can hit the trash. And once you have that pin on your map, and like this pin for say, this is where the KDS mine is. This one down here is where the log flume tunnel is, which is actually, I don't believe, is open to ATV traffic. So that's probably one that we probably won't check out, because it's some part of the Pactola Park or something to that degree, I think. Not 100% sure, but some other pins here titled, here's a rocky hill climb. Down in this side is an awesome overlook. This one here is Tin Queen Cabin, and that's all stuff that I put in by searching for coordinates right here. Searching for that coordinate, it automatically places the map right where that coordinate is. You immediately hit the pin button down here, and you drop a pin, change the name, add a pin color, and submit it whenever you're finished. And then eventually you zoom out and you have all these different colored pins. The blue pins in my case are places I have not been. The orange pins are places I have been. The red pins are indicating cities, towns. One is Hill City, one is Rochford, and one is Silver City. And that gives me a quick reference point to see where some major towns are. Or, Rochford isn't really a major town, but you know what I mean. To kind of help get your bearings of where you're at in there. And you don't have to necessarily search for coordinates either in order to drop pins. If you see something that you like, let's zoom in here for a minute. This trail number 713, let's just say that's a really cool trail. You can grab a pin button, call it a blue pin or whatever you want to call it, because maybe you haven't been there yet, but you want to ride it again someday. You edit the title and just put something like cool trail. Submit, and now you've marked something there. You can zoom out and it'll always be there, and you can click the pin to see what its title is. This is titled Cool Trail. So, you can do that kind of stuff to mark things and save things and so on. And for some people that don't know, when you are in the Black Hills and you are in this district zone on this map, the GPS system inside the iPad or device or whatever you're using uses the GPS satellite up in space, and it literally tracks you wherever you are on the map with a little blue dot. So if you're traveling down 233 here, there's a little blue dot that will follow you wherever you go. So when you come up to an intersection, you can see exactly where you're at, and you can tell, well, I need to make a right or a left to kind of continue this loop, and you follow the map as best as you possibly can. It's really not that hard to screw up. It's very basic, but it takes a little bit of time to learn and figure out. This is kind of the basics of it. So if you want to change maps, you don't have to hit a save button or nothing. Once you put it onto the map, it is saved completely. But if you want to change maps, say you're getting pretty far north in the Mystic Hills map, and you're going to need to switch over to the Northern Hills Ranger District map. You hit the back button, get back to your map screen, your main map screen, and you would click on Northern Hills Ranger District, which I already have it in here. And this would be the southernmost part of the Mystic Ranger District, or not Mystic, I'm sorry, the southernmost part of the Northern Hills Ranger District. And Rochford is right, where is it? Rochford's in here somewhere. Anyway, but now that you're out of the Mystic Zone, you can continue further north. Deadwood area, Lead, Spearfish Canyon highways right here. And there's more stuff. Here's Camp 5 up in this area. 8089 is out in this area over here where the crosshairs are there. And then as you head back south and you need to switch maps again back to the Mystic Ranger District, you come back to the map that you were just on, Mystic Ranger District, and now you're back continuing south again. So you can switch maps throughout the day. These maps download onto your device permanently. They are, you don't need data connection, you don't need anything. They just need to be downloaded onto your device, and that's done in the store with the shopping cart right down there by hitting the search button and typing in what you want in the search, hit search. If you have trouble finding things, there's plenty of other people in the group too, including myself, that can try and help you figure it out through the internet. So it's not the easiest task, but we'll try and help you out as much as we can. That's really kind of about it. Not the greatest video, but it kind of gets the point across. So hope this helps.